Call the meeting to order.
Karen. Here. Carl.
Here.
Joan. Here. Andy.
Here. Great. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first item of business. Oh, yes, I'm about it.
Hey.
No, I did. You know this one? He's watching. All right, item number 2.
We audited vouchers. We have a resolution.
All right.
I'll make
Get a
that
resolution
motion.
together.
I'll make that motion that we pay the audited vouchers.
I'll second.
Karen.
Yes.
Carl.
Yes.
Joan. Yes. Andy.
Yes. Okay, resolution number 2, authorize the bookkeeper to make necessary transfers to the budget.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Can we have discussion, please?
Sure.
Okay, I'm assuming she's just gonna rectify all the negatives in the expenditures. But, I think at budget time, we talked about possibly putting some money in reserves, a reserve. Do you know if that's happening? Are we putting any money into a reserve?
No,
No, okay,
no, because we have money in the reserves already.
okay.
Yeah.
By 20. You know, yeah,
I don't off the top of my head.
okay. Well, that's a discussion that we can have at another time about just reserves and making sure. The equipment,
Well, we have reserve funds that are old enough right now. That if we don't move those reserves, we talked about moving reserves. Not putting more in reserves, but
Okay.
moving reserves, because we have one that. Is old enough that we actually haven't used it and the purpose of what we have it for isn't even invalid or is invalid.
right, okay,
So that's what we were talking about by moving funds
okay,
in the reserves, but not
Right.
putting more in because we don't have anything to designate for the reserve rate.
okay. Did we ever decide if they are type or specific reserves that we currently have?
They're specific. Like one of them is for, highway, it's from. It's for, isn't it the highway garage or something that, it was for. When the old building and new building, I'm not exactly sure, but it dates all the way back to that time period. And we still have it, and if the comptrollers, if
Right,
the comptroller's office looks at that, that's actually an expired. Fund that we need to move.
let's do some more research on the reserves. I know I asked Lisa about looking at when they were set up, what type they were set up. if it's an equipment reserve, highway equipment reserve,
That's one of them.
correct, and we'd be worried about that expiring?
It's not expiring. You can only have a reserve fund. You have to use that money in that fund for that specific. What that fund is set up for. And it has to be done in a certain, under the, what I've been told and read, under the laws, it has to be used in a certain time frame
Okay. Yeah,
when it's set up in a reserve fund.
right, yeah, as I said.
Because
first
the
thing is
idea
to-
behind that is, from what I've been told by, trying to think of the guy's name at the comptroller's office
Dan?
from Rochester. Yeah, Dan. What he told me is, the purpose of that is so that, you know. The government doesn't collect all the tax money and sit on it and not use it for the public purpose that
Right.
it's meant for.
Right,
And
that
that's why
sounds
they
like
put,
fund balance, but okay, reserve, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but a piece of a highway equipment, if we get a new plow, that's gonna cost.
but we,
around-
that's where the chips come in. The
Right.
chips money, we have the chips
Right.
funds and all that, and that's all taken into account.
Right, okay. I guess that's my thought on it, to make sure that, and have an understanding of the type of reserve that we have. And which means going back to when we set up the reserve and whether it's a type or Pacific. This,
And we
Right.
had, this was, I wanna say before summertime.
right,
We did do a look back on that,
okay,
and that's what we found,
right, okay,
so.
okay. Karen?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
Joe? Yes, Amy.
Yes,
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.